I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna get weird.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird, buddy. Let's get weird.
Check this out, y'all. Read a book, read a book, read a book. Read a book, read a book, read a book. R-E-A-D-A-B-O, okay.
Okay, welcome to the Black and Blue Collar Reader. If you're new here, my name is Dan. I typically review adult and dark fantasy on this channel. I might throw in some manga. I might even review a Netflix show because I just watched Blue-Eyed Samurai on Netflix. And shit is dope. Go check that show out. For my returning subscribers, yes, I've been on a bit of a sabbatical. Now, I don't think it'll be a shock to anyone that's been on this channel for some time to find out that, you know, I got issues. I'll touch on those issues at the end of the video, but I'm good. Don't worry about me. Right now, I want to talk about a new genre of speculative fiction that I ran into that I absolutely fell in love with. Listen, when I get books, I like something new. I like something that subverts tropes, that blends genres like horror, sci-fi, fantasy. Just throw all that shit in there. I do not want to know where that book belongs, if you know what I mean. Yes, the genre I'm talking about is the sublime of genres. I say that because if you know the band Sublime, you have no idea what they are, right? Are they ska? Are they punk? Are they rock? Are they hip hop? I don't know where to put the band Sublime. That's like these books that you find in the genre of new weird fiction. You cannot figure out where they go. They blend everything so well that it is just a cacophony of excellence, in my opinion. I mean, take horror, take romance, western, fantasy, dystopia, steampunk, mix it in a pot and give it to me. That is what new weird fiction is. Now, a little history on new weird fiction. Now, back in the late 18th century, early 19th century, I believe, a man coined the genre weird fiction. That man and author is H.P. Lovecraft, and he is well known for many works, one of which is The Call of Cthulhu. And everybody knows who Cthulhu is. I mean, if you've seen a tentacle creature in any movie or book, it's based off of Cthulhu. Now, this is a creation that is just so epic, so awe-inspiring. That is one of the attributes of this genre. It is meant to shock you. Now, like I said, H.P. Lovecraft coined the phrase weird fiction in a few essays that he wrote. So he basically became the face of weird fiction. However, many authors and, intellectuals tend to believe that Edgar Allan Poe was the first writer in this genre. But H.P. Lovecraft has always been seen as the face of this genre. And I jumped into a bunch of books within this genre, and I jumped into the Dark Tower series. And I was roaming around Gilead, and I bumped into my man Roland and Eddie Dean, and I bumped into my girl, Odetta James. And you know what she said about H.P. Lovecraft? She said he was a racist honk laffa. And you know what? I did a little research, and it turns out that's exactly correct. My dude is a racist and an anti-Semite. Now listen, I am a staunch supporter of separate the author from the work of art. However, when your views tend to bleed into your art, that's when I kind of draw the line. Now, I picked up The Call of Cthulhu, and I began it, and yeah, his views definitely bled into his art. So I dropped it. Now listen, don't take this as me telling you not to go read H.P. Lovecraft because he's a racist, an anti-Semite, and all-around horrible person. Go read his books. Make your own opinion, okay? It's cool with me. I don't even think H.P. Lovecraft would want my tribe to read that book anyway, so I'm not going to read it. But I am going to read other authors within this new weird fiction genre. Now listen, when, the face of your genre is a confirmed racist, you kind of want to separate yourself from that genre, right? Now, Weird Fiction got a total makeover. They decided to change the name and the face of the genre. And you know what these creative minds came up with to name this new genre of weird fiction? New Weird Fiction. I mean, come on, guys. Grimdark, dystopia, steampunk are laughing at you. New Weird Fiction, you couldn't come up with a better name than that? Anyway, some of the authors that have been adopted into this new weird fiction genre are Jeff Vandermeer, China Mieville, KJ Bishop. These are authors that definitely take risks, take genres, and subvert the molds that these genres have placed on many authors and books. So right now, I'm just going to go over some of the books that I picked up in this genre of weird fiction. Now listen, everything that I have said in this video, it don't come with no blue check mark, okay? So don't hit me up in the comments. All the books that I read are, for me, 3 to 5 star books. Every book that I'm about to suggest is one that I believe should fit into this little niche of new weird fiction. As I stated before, I did jump into the Dark Tower series, and I have read the first 2 books in that series, and there is not a fantasy series that I think blends more genres than the Dark Tower. I mean, we have Western, dystopia, sci-fi, multiverse. I mean, this is just exactly what I was looking for. And the first book, The Gunslinger, was atmospheric. It drew me into this dystopian world that had this Western type feel to it. If you've read that book, you will know what I'm talking about. And then we move on to The Drawing of Three. So many people told me that Eddie Dean would be a favorite of mine, and you're damn right. He was definitely a favorite of mine. I love the dialogue. I love the themes. Everything about The Drawing of Three. The action, the intensity that was built up within those scenes was just amazing. There was a lot of meta going on and dreamlike sequences within these books that I absolutely loved. It was just an exceptional 2 books. Go get the Dark Tower series. I'm going to start The Wasteland as soon as possible. Now, the next author in this genre that I started reading is one of the authors that has been adopted into this new weird fiction genre, and he is China Mieville. I read Perdido Street Station and The Kraken, and these 2 books were exceptional. Perdido Street Station was just everything I was looking for. Excellent prose, very atmospheric. The world building in this one was so exceptional. It had this earthy tone to it with cosmic horror. And I mean, he put, we had a POV with a scarab head and a woman's body, and he just pulled it off. Again, these authors take risks, and when they land, it's exceptional and awe-inspiring. Go get Perdido Street Station. It was a great book, very long. It could have been trimmed up a little bit, but I'm not going to hold them to that. It just was bonkers. Go check out Perdido Street Station. Another one was Kraken. This one is about a huge squid that suddenly is stolen or disappeared. And the cops are trying to investigate, and all of a sudden, this cult of the Kraken shows up, and we find out there's a seedy magical underground in London. It was awesome. There are tattoos that talk and jump to people. It was very cool, and I just love the imagination of Mieville, and I'm going to continue to read more of his books, especially those in the Bashlag trilogy. Now, I did pick up Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, another one that really gives an atmosphere, has horror elements to it. There was a lot of underlying themes that maybe I didn't grasp within the first book, but it was definitely an interesting read. It built tension, it built fear, and you just wanted to know what was going on, and it was something different. Annihilation is about a certain area that scientists have been sending other scientists in to study, and they are not returning. Or if they do return, something's messed up with them. But we follow one of these scientists that go in, whose actual husband went in before her and returned different, and she wanted to find out what made him change. It is a very interesting read. I definitely suggest Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. Another author that I would love to throw into this category of weird fiction is Simon Jimenez. I've read 2 books by him, The Vanished Birds and The Spear That Cuts Through Water. I am going to do a dedicated review on The Spear That Cuts Through Water, so I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but The Spear That Cuts Through Water is going to be one of the best books I have ever read. It messes with perspectives. I mean, we have POV changes. We get first person, second person, third person, and it is just a magical book that messes with structure. And I just thought that, you know, this would definitely fit into that category of weird fiction. You know, basically anything that you can't place somewhere would probably fit in weird fiction. So listen, go look up weird fiction, new weird fiction, and the authors that are all kind of being adopted into that genre. You're gonna love what you see, and you are gonna be shocked, and it is just gonna blow your mind. And I love when authors do that. So go check out Mieville, Vandermeer, and definitely Simon Jimenez. I'm gonna be doing, like I said, a dedicated review on A Spear That Cuts Through Water. I'm also doing a read-along on my Discord. If you're interested in joining my Discord, I'm going to leave a link down in the description. Come by, let's chop it up and talk about books, or stop by to call me an asshole. I don't care. Just get some interaction. It's going to be fun. I also do Goodreads, Facebook, and Twitter. You know, you can find me on there. I'll leave them down in the description below. And let me know if you've read any of these books in weird fiction, or if you can suggest a book that would fall in this category that I might like. Give me the strange and the weird. So, listen, this is going to end my video at this time. Right now, I'm going to talk about my brief absence from BookTube. You know, guys, I am a full-time parent, a full-time worker. I got things going on in my life all the time. Like I said, you guys know I am not all well up here. You know, I struggle with confidence all the time. I struggle with, you know, my verbal skills and things like that. I got a pair of new teeth and chompers that, you know, I'm insecure about some things. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And sometimes it's hard for me to put out videos, especially when I am my biggest critique. But that being said, I started YouTube because I wanted to find a community, friends to talk about books with. And when you're a creator and you get out there and you meet other creators, you become friends with those people. And I can hit up one of several of these people at any time and talk about a book. So now I'm looking at it, and I've accomplished what I set out to do. I accomplished to find book friends. And if you're watching this video right now, you are one of them. Drop me a comment down below. Talk about the books you love, the weird shit you read, and I will see you guys on that flip side, okay? Peace.